So this Sunday in church, we sang one of my favorite Easter hymns. I sang one of my favorite Easter hymns, and our cantor, Pastor Meisler, sang one of our favorite Easter hymns, and a few members from the choir sang one of my favorite Easter hymns, and we put it on the internet, and I hope you sang too. There's this thing that happens when you sing. It takes that little voice that you have inside of you that would speak against hope. It would speak against confidence. It would speak against the promise of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. This little voice is called Old Adam. We sing hymns to combat that voice, to shout him down, to daily drown him in the waters of our baptism, that we would have new words spoken from the outside into our ears, through our eyes, and then back out through us to speak against it. There's this thing that happens when you sing. It feels really, really uncomfortable, and you feel really, really self-conscious because you're afraid you're not going to do it right, because you're afraid that somebody else will hear you. But I think that's actually the whole point of hymns. And I promise you, the angels clean up the wrong notes between here and heaven. We sing these hymns because it actually joins our voices to somebody else's voice, even if it's through a screen. It joins our voices even to those who have written in the hymn hundreds of years ago and sang the hymn through countless centuries. We sing these hymns because we're not alone in this place. We're not so cut off as we like to think and imagine we are in the middle of social distancing. So I would encourage you, actually sing the hymns. Sing hymns with your family. Get a hymnal. Go to hymnary.org. There's a whole bunch of guys putting stuff out on YouTube. Join your church service and actually sing along. And it feels really, really uncomfortable. But there's this thing that happens when you start doing it and you get sort of past that self-consciousness of it. It's uplifting. It's confidence inspiring, because good hymns actually speak about Jesus for us. Good hymns don't just tell us that we feel fine about Jesus when we don't actually feel fine about Jesus, but good hymns actually give us Jesus, preach Jesus for exactly when we don't feel fine, for exactly to that little voice that is Old Adam. The new man sings forth in hope, in faith, in joy. Easter hymns are fantastic about this. It was actually just a wonderful experience to sing a hymn that I've only ever heard with lots of voices sung with just a few, because, well, the thing that it talked about, Jesus being risen from the dead, was still true. He is still risen. We sang He's Risen, He's Risen, a hymn by C.F.W. Walther, hymn number 480 in the Lutheran Service Book, and it was a wonderful thing. I would encourage you to go back and sing it again. I would encourage you to find these good hymns in our hymnal. I would encourage you to actually sing them so that daily Old Adam would be drowned and die in the waters of your baptism. We can remember who we are as God's children in this singing. We can remember what our Lord has done for us, who he has made us to be. We can preach to each other, even if it's just our family in the room, and we can join our voices to the angels and the archangels and to all the company of heaven, even those who've already left this vale of tears and entered into glory. Sing good hymns. Something actually happens when we open our mouth and sing the way God made us to.